With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
What's going on, world?
What's happening?
Casey vibing. We are back to vibe with you guys yet one more week here.
One more again, y'all. We back with it.
And as promised, this week we will be talking about these toxic females.
Toxic females.
Because they out here. So go ahead, sit back, get you a drink, get you a little snack, get whatever you gonna need. Use the bathroom, whatever, while we go through this short musical introduction, and we'll be back to vibe with you guys in a second, right?
Yep, that's right.
All right. Just like that, we are back.
Yep, back like we never left. You already know now.
So we are going to talk about some toxic females today, because people talk about toxic men all the time. You know, we can have a whole series on toxic men and what they bring to the table, but people rarely talk about toxic females, right? So this comes from a couple things, actually. One, my homegirl sent me a message about 2 weeks ago, and she was like, girl, check this out. So it was a screenshot of a conversation that someone had online, and it was this dude's auntie talking to him, like real life auntie, and she had made a comment, and she had said, quote unquote, my fine ass nephew. Which is like, okay, you can call your nephew handsome or, oh, my good-looking nephew. But to say fine-ass nephew, that just seems a little extreme, right? It seems a little weird. So I was like, oh, dang, that's crazy. And she said, I know. And people don't really talk about these creepy older women out there, you know?
Yeah.
So flash forward here a couple weeks later, we're watching the Miss Pat show. Now, if you don't know the Miss Pat show is a TV show from a comedian named Miss Pat. Miss Pat is a dope comedian. She's a dope person in general. We've had the honor of meeting her a couple times.
Yeah.
Having a few conversations with her. She's a real dope person. And she has a show on BT Plus called The Miss Pat Show. And one of the episodes, without going into too many details.
Trying to get no
not trying to be a spoiler or anything, but one of the episodes touched on like these creepy older women and their fetishes with these younger men. And as soon as the episode started, as soon as they started talking about it, I looked at chat, I was like, dang, this is what, we were just talking about a couple weeks ago on that text message.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, we really don't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we talk about the creepy uncles, the creepy grandfathers,
Yeah.
But
Uncle George, yeah.
people don't talk about these creepy aunties.
You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Because just like it's damn near impossible for a man to be a victim of a rape.
That's not true.
No, I'm saying it's not true. I'm just saying. But when it's done by a female, it don't look as bad as if it's done by a man. Because
how so?
When it comes to like being the most dominant sex, the male is the dominant sex figure. And that's why when somebody came up to me, if I came up to somebody be like, hey man, God dang, Miss Julie raped me, dog. My homeboy would probably be like, what? Miss Julie? You got them drawers on. That's what it's gonna be,
and
like,
that's the issue. That's a stigma.
The older the berry, the sweeter the juice. Right?
No, that's a stigma out there. It's funny now until your daughter's coming to you telling you that Uncle June. But
that's different. That's different.
No, it's not different. It's not different at all. These creepy older individuals messing with these younger people is not cool.
Okay.
And there's been so many instances, like, even the small statements like, "Oh, he gonna be something serious when he get older." Like that's creepy.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
weird.
But why did the culture find the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back so good?
That's the thing. In the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back, they are both grown. We not talking about grown
You ain't
people.
talking about,
We talking about
I thought you talking
these
about
30-something, 40-something year old aunties
talking about
looking at
teenagers and
their
stuff?
11 and 12
Okay,
year
now
old
that's different.
nephews
That's different.
saying,
That's
"Oh,
different.
he gonna be fine when he get
That's
older.
different. I thought you talking about grown folk.
Oh, he fine just like his dad." No, grown folks, it doesn't matter.
I don't have somebody say that to me, folks.
You can be 19 with a sugar daddy who's 50-something years old. It's that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is these creepy older individuals preying on these younger kids. And like you said, it's a stigma that's been brought up in culture, saying that, if it happens to a female, oh no, that's bad. But if it happens to a dude, oh no, because that guy grows older. And Miss Julie probably opened a box that springs out of control.
Okay, I get
that. Because we've talked about before on podcasts, men have a very hard time expressing feelings, right?
Yeah.
So what they do is they bottle stuff inside. Or they keep stuff in the back of their head. So that emotion that comes from you being sexualized at a young age is something that's going to always be in the back of your head.
Oh, we talking about physical or verbal? Or both?
Both.
Okay. See, I'm going to tell you, I done had that happen to me before. One of my older cousins, now we had a family reunion. One of my older cousins was like, "Oh, Chapman grew up to be a cute young man." And my auntie was like, "Yeah, just like his daddy." Was I supposed to be offended by that?
No, because he said a cute young man, yeah, just like his dad. Now, she would have been like, "Ooh, Chad, you grown up to be fine as hell." That would have been different. That's what I'm talking about. That stuff that makes you just kind of like, huh. It happens to females all the time. Females.
Uncle George been at the barbecue like,
look at you. You sure feeling out right.
You got them cakes back, them yams. What's up, girl?
It's weird.
Get your uncle a hug right quick.
Which we're used to the creepy uncles, the creepy grandpas, all that, but we don't talk about these creepy aunties, these creepy grandmothers who be out there doing the same thing, right?
You said grandma?
So that's one sense of there's some creepy grandmas out there. So that's one sense of it, right? Another sense, that's one toxic female. Another toxic female are the females who choose to make everyone else's life a living heck.
Man, come on. Man.
Everybody else's life a living hell because they're not satisfied within their own life.
Okay.
And that promotes this toxicness that trickles down to everyone else's relationship that they're not in.
Oh, them the female that are attracted to the married men?
That's one of them.
Because you got female that are just attracted to married men.
That's one of them. Another one is, example, your baby mama.
Okay.
We should call her.
By the way, I don't have a baby mama outside of my marriage.
Y'all listen to the story and you'll get why we call her the baby mama. We shall call her, in this episode, the Bride of Chucky. Cool?
That's fine.
So, the Bride of Chucky messages Chuck. Go, babe, tell the story.
I kind of forgot how the story went.
You know how the story went.
Okay, so I had joined I was in a relationship with somebody. No names are said. That relationship ended up not lasting due to some infidelity on her part, and and we were still young, whatever, So I ended up joining the army, and soon after I met Kanisha, and we kicked it off, and the Bride of Chucky decided that she wanted to send me a message on MySpace talking about, "Oh yeah, I think that my son is yours." And I'm like, what the what? Out the blue? What is going on? So I shared it with Kanisha. I didn't keep it a secret. I shared it with Kanisha. I said, "Hey, look, she talking about that she think that this boy is mine." And so I thought Kanisha was gonna be like, "Well, nigga, look, I ain't got time for that baby mama drama. But nah, she did the absolute opposite. She was like, "Hey, well, let's find out." So I said,
I
"Okay." Well,
sure did.
and I was like, you know what? Nah, bro, I ain't gonna do that. Now the brother Chugga even went to the point where, did she take that boy to my mama house?
Sure did.
Took him to my mama house, and my mama straight up said, "Nah, that ain't your kid. That ain't your kid." And I was like, "Okay, well, whatever." And my mom said that my kid, so hey, I ain't tripping about it. But Kanisha was like, "Nah, we gonna find out. We gonna see what's up." So that's what the plan was. We was gonna see what's up. And so I was trying to make arrangements to get back down to Georgia. What's up? What you mean?
Skipping over some stuff.
All right, well, go ahead. My mind probably ain't that fresh on it.
So, at this point in time, by this point, we're not just dating. We're not just engaged. At this point, we married. He liked it, and he put a ring on it. It was the beginning of our relationship. I was pregnant with Rick.
This happened more than once, Kanisha.
Right. I'm talking about the first incident.
Yeah,
the first time.
We weren't married at that time.
Yes, we were. We were married at this time because that's when I stepped in. I wrote Shorty from my account. I'm like, hey, this is Chad's wife. Let's see what's going on. So she was like, no, I'm not. She said something about not wanting to deal with me. I'm like, at this point, you dealing with my husband, you dealing with me, you know? Chad was deployed. I was like, he doesn't need all this extra stress on him while he's deployed. So I was like, as soon as he come home, we can come down to Georgia. We can do this test, and we can determine whether or not, you know, he got a baby out there or not. At this point, she's like, oh, well, we don't want to wait that long. I said, no worries. I also have access to my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, and my sisters. If we need to go through one of them, maybe, they can take the test on his behalf. If they're related, it's going to show some form of DNA. She pauses. She messages me back later on, and she was like, don't worry about it. Me and my husband took a DNA test, and it turns out that the child is 99.999999 whatever percent my husband's. So don't worry about it. Me, I'm the queen of receipts. You know that, right? Ooh, I love me a good receipt, right?
Yeah.
So I printed this stuff out. I was like, if anything
you
happens,
did print it out.
I printed it out. I was like, if anything happens, we got this in writing. Shorty said the baby's not yours. I promise you, this girl came back. What, for about 3 years? Once every couple months?
Yep.
With this whole baby mama. Oh, well, my son is starting to wonder why he doesn't look like the rest of us. So I'm over here like, I'm wondering why he don't look like the rest of you either, because you told me that the boy 99.99999% your husband's. So I'm wondering the same thing. But, like I said, that toxicness of females. Some females see what other people have.
Yeah.
They think about what they had, and they think about how they don't have that no more. So the first thing, dudes do it too. Yeah. All the time. But we just talking about females right here. So what ends up happening is, in their mind, their thought process is, how can I intervene to take this happiness away?
Yep.
How can I intervene to make sure that she doesn't have what I used to have, or she doesn't have what I want, just because they screwed it up?
Yeah.
It happens with baby mama drama. It happens with cheating scandals.
Yeah.
It happens with your man can just be out in the street and be like, hey, and she on the phone. He was out. He was looking at me. He told me what's up. I could tell in his eyes that he wanted to do something.
Yeah.
That's that toxicness of females.
Crazy, man.
So now we've talked about toxic females on the old lady creepy stuff. We've talked about toxic females and intervening in your relationship because they want what you don't have. You know another toxic?
What's that?
Female?
What's that?
As much as I... Huh?
Slow down out there.
as much as I hate to say it,
What's that?
mother-in-laws.
You hate to say that?
Mother-in-laws are another toxic female out there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is. If it was just me,
Yeah.
I'd be like, bro, maybe there's something wrong with me. But considering I've seen it on multiple occasions,
Mm-hmm.
me and my homegirl sitting around talking about it. I got stories that I heard from other people.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's like, let me share some stories about my monster-in-law. Because that's a toxicness.
Yeah.
So, from a male's perspective, right?
Yeah.
Why is it, do you think, that mother-in-laws are as toxic as they are? Not mother-in-laws from the female side, because usually from the female side, that mother-in-law, the wife's mom, only wants what's best for her daughter. She'll take you in when she sees that love, you know?
Yeah.
But from a male side, it just seems like sometimes I came in and stole her husband.
I'm gonna put it like this here. All right, notice that really only happens when the mother only has one son. Like if she got more than one son, that really don't happen. Notice that, right? So I'm gonna say it like this: a mother is supposed to be protective of her son at all costs. Am I right? You're protective of our sons, right? All right, so she's gonna want that same energy back when he gets older for him to become a man and protect her as well. So it gets to the point where like, okay, the relationship becomes a little bit crazy when you know the son doesn't phone the wife.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe that the mother feels like, hey, this other woman is coming here and taking over my son's life, and I'm supposed to be the number one woman in his life. It wasn't no, I changed his diapers, I did this, I provided for him, did this and all the third, and he's supposed to return that same energy back to me when he gets older.
You know what
I think it's more
though?
based on that.
It's more so like passing the torch though.
It's supposed to be.
Yes, she took care of you. Yes, she changed your diaper. But at some point in a man's life, you have to pass that torch on.
Yeah.
Now who taking care of you?
My wife.
Who gonna be changing your old ass diapers?
Oh no, you gonna be old too.
I will always be younger than you, sir. No matter how hard you try, I will always be younger than you.
You
will. But so it's like passing that torch over.
Yeah, but a lot of mothers, especially in the black community, have an issue, or they have a certain female that they want their son with. You know, and
your mother has had an issue with every female in your life,
except for one.
She told me your baby mama tried to kill her.
Yeah, she had an issue with her too.
Rather than a letter.
It was just this one particular female that she liked, and she thought that was gonna be the one for me for some reason, but it ended up not being like that. So I think that they pick and choose. Like even parents do that. I mean, I don't think your parents did that, but parents do. Like I thought about this today. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do when my son's coming here. Oh, not my son, my daughter coming here with a dude telling they like him, and it's the complete opposite of what I envisioned.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to me and our sons, all right. So anyone out there in the world who knows me, right, knows that when it comes to my man, crazy about this dude, right? You the bestie, you the bae.
Yeah, same energy.
We, we Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
Barack and Michelle, all that whole thing, right? So, he's stupid.
Yeah.
So
keep that on the DL.
So, we have that energy with each other. So, I would, if my son found a female with that same energy, I would be grateful that he found someone who matches with him, you know, and not try to intervene in that.
But it's gonna be hard because of the fact that he may find somebody who he think he matches with on the energy level, but you can look at it and be like, no, I don't think that's the one for you, son. That can happen, right?
Understandable, but if my son has been with that female for 10 years, who am
That's
I
different. That's
to
different.
say? That's what I'm
different.
talking about. There's
I'm talking about somebody
mother-in-laws
who,
who don't get
yeah,
along with their daughter-in-laws from day
yeah,
one up
yeah.
until they
Now
leave
that's
this
different.
this
Yeah,
earth.
that's different.
So it makes you kind of scratch your head, like that toxic level. I
Yeah.
tell you all the time, right? It's weird because some relationships with mothers and sons, it's like a husband-wife relationship. I've told you that before, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point where it's like, no, my son's supposed to be taking care of me. My son's supposed to be doing this. My son, and you start listening to, and it's like everything that you're naming that your son is supposed to do for you is stuff that your son's supposed to be doing for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when a man leaves his home, or when a female leaves her home, or however
Vice
your
versa.
situations are out there, when you guys leave your homes and you cling to your partner, that right there is your main focus.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, ride or die, when it comes down to it, if we all squared up in the boxing ring, you supposed to be in my corner.
Mm-hmm.
I understand she birthed you, you know? But you supposed to be in my corner.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of mother-in-laws can't do that, though. It's so hard for them. It's like, why is it so hard for you to see your son happy? Like, what are you jealous of? And it kind of transitions back into that creepy old lady thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, why are you so obsessed with your son on a level that you won't allow his happiness to truly grow?
Do you think it's something? I mean, do you think it's weird? I mean, because it ain't just one particular mother that does this. It's a whole lot of mothers that do this.
It's a vast majority of them.
So you think it's something mental?
It's weird.
Yeah, I'm saying it, but you think it's something in reference to like mentality?
I think some females just got that creepy relationship with their sons.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, my sons, I love my sons to life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
My sons look after me. My sons make sure that I'm good, you know? Because a relationship, a bond between a mother and a son is a strong one. But once my son reaches a certain level, I'm not going to expect him to drop everything he's doing, leave his wife, leave his family to make sure that I'm taken care of.
Yeah. All right, no disrespect to the single mothers out there or nothing like that before I say this. You see most of this happening with the single mothers, where there's not no male figure in the house. So they look at their son when he gets older as that male figure, that masculine figure that is supposed to be in the house after, in the presence of what the father's supposed to be.
Right.
That happens a lot. Like, I done had, my mom told me one time, she was like, after things had got rocky with her and her husband, she was like, well, you the man of the house.
Yeah, and then
you were
a teenager and I was a kid at that moment, yo. But once you reach adulthood, it's like me looking at you. I'm looking at your mama like, bruh, this my man. Trick, go find your own. Bruh. So it gets to that point. But I've told you, there's certain things that I've pointed out to you that you really didn't see you were doing. It's like this brainwash.
Okay.
You feel me? So it's a weird relationship that certain mothers, I'm not going to say all mothers have with their sons, but certain mothers have with their sons, that they have this difficult time letting them grow up and become a man. They always want to intervene in the relationship. They always want to have an opinion on what's going on. They always want to have an opinion on what the wife's doing. And there's nothing that the wife can do right, because at the end of the day, you're not looking for your son to have a wife. You're looking for your son to have you.
I just believe that it's entitlement. You know, I think that certain mothers think that they're entitled to an opinion, and their opinion needs to be taken seriously, when it really shouldn't be the case at all.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, they watched this kid. They gave birth to this kid, so they watched her, poop for the first time, put shoes on for the first time, walk for the first time, say the first words, ride a bike, They seen, all the way up to adulthood. So they feel like, well, I'm entitled because if it wasn't for me, your ass wouldn't be here. And whoever this other female is in your life, I gotta say so because of that. She didn't do none of that stuff that I did for you. She didn't put food on the table when you was growing up. Make sure you had clothes in your back. Make sure you was good in school.
Yeah, like I said, passing the torch, she's doing that now.
Yeah, and that's a lot of. I think that's the hardest part for a lot of toxic mothers to realize.
So,
That hey, look, this boy got to grow up, man. This boy grown now.
what advice would you give? Because we've been through it.
We've been through it.
We've been through toxic levels of all this, except for I don't know. Have you ever had a creepy auntie?
A creepy auntie?
You ever had an auntie that was a little too friendly? Said a little too much to you one time.
I mean, this auntie wasn't related to me by blood, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh Lord, childhood trauma. So we related just about on all three levels of these, right? So you coming from a male's perspective, what advice would you have to other males out there who's dealing with toxic females?
She belongs to the streets.
Your mama?
She probably do. Nah,
that can be my opinion. That can't be your opinion. So try it again.
Just know how to recognize certain things and put a nip it in the bud. If you feel like, hey, look, mama, look, this kind of overboard, you kind of gotta chill out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because now I got my own house, I got my own wife and kids, so you gotta respect that. And if you can't respect that, whatever communication that we have will not cease to exist, but it will be limited because of the fact that you're not respecting my marriage or my wife. So you got to let them know. Because they might not even know what they're doing. They might not even realize, damn, am I really being this toxic? It's our position as man to let them realize. It ain't the wife's position because mom ain't gonna probably do nothing but try to cuss the wife out. It's your position as a man to let her know, hey, let us have this. We respect your opinion and but at the end of the day, it's all about me and my wife. And whatever decision we make and whatever we plan on doing with ourselves, you ain't got nothing to do with it.
So the key word is to communicate with them and not change them.
Absolutely.
Because
now, if they don't respect that, what you done said to them, you're going to have to limit that communication. Yeah. You got to limit that.
I mean, because it's been said that you can't change a person who doesn't first see an issue within themselves.
You can't.
So if they don't see that they have an issue, it's hard to change them. It's difficult to change
Absolutely.
them.
The only thing you could do is try to give them guidance and let them know, hey, look, this is what's really going on. And hopefully a light bulb will go off in their head. Be like, dang, what, I want somebody to do me like that? Or be out of my business like that? Or, make it seem like something else is really going on? Nah.
So to touch on all three, we'll say, first things first, mothers of young sons, listen to your sons and let them communicate, right?
And let your son be a man.
Moving into adult relationship, those same little boys, when they become boyfriends, fiancés, and husbands, ladies, communicate. Because had Chad tried to deal with the bride of Chucky by himself, that could have ended very badly.
Okay.
So communicate with your significant other. Be sure that you have a relationship that's open enough to have these hard discussions without it turning into a full fire.
Exactly.
Right?
But I got one more question.
What's that?
Why does drama attract certain females? Because with toxicity, it's gonna bring drama. So, like most men, we don't look at drama. We're like, we ain't for that. You know what I'm saying?
saying back in the day, back in my prime, back when I was a young whippersnapper, right?
Yeah.
It was ha ha. Write this down, you guys. Ha ha. Trick you mad. because that trick wants what she can't have. That's that Dr. Seuss right there, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Females who are jealous, a jealous female goes hand in hand with a toxic female. They're both hella dangerous.
Yeah.
And when they want something that they can't have, they're going to try everything in their willpower to make sure that you can't have it either.
Yeah.
Right?
I get it. I get that. But it's so much, man. Like, because you got, not just that. Okay. Baby mama drama is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You got, not all men are good men. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But you do got some men out here that trying to do the right thing.
Right.
Like, they share a kid with you. They pay child support. But you won't let them see their kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stuff like that. That's crazy to me. That's just unnecessary drama. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the only thing I really don't get. You got men like that they'll toss it too, man. But most men are toss it when because they trying to have more than one female. But when it comes to
men are toxic on many levels. Men are toxic not just because they want multiple females. Men can be toxic because they want a certain female. Men can be toxic because they want a certain man. Men can be toxic because they want a certain female's man. It's just it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot when it goes into toxicity of men. That's why I said that's a whole series. That's not just one podcast. That's
but it's
a
the
whole
same
series.
way with females.
That's
though.
a part 1 through 5. Not with females. Usually
a female
the
can want
root,
another female.
but listen, usually the root of all toxic females, or the root of the majority of female drama, is jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
The quote unquote fake ass baby mama was jealous of our relationship. Shoot, mother-in-laws going out there doing crazy stuff is jealous of the relationship that their sons have with their significant others. Jealousy is the root of toxic relationships when it comes to females.
It is.
Now with dudes, it can be a lot more. It can be jealousy, it can be anger, it can be control. There's a bunch that goes into toxic dudes, but when it comes to toxic females, the root of that majority of the time is drama. I mean, it's jealousy, excuse me. The root of the drama is jealousy.
So what's the root of keeping the man away from his kids?
Again, jealousy. A lot of females be like, because listen, you a dude, you in a new relationship, you in a happy relationship. Your relationship with baby mama didn't work out, but your relationship with girlfriend or current baby mama is working out perfectly. That female is jealous of that because she said, this is what we supposed to have, but we don't. So boom, jealousy. Vast majority of it. That's
okay,
on period.
I get it.
So yeah, that's on period. But just like that, we are out of time.
All right. Well, we're out of time, people.
We are out of time. So once again, if you want to reach out to us, y'all can email us at askkcvibe@gmail.com. Any questions, concerns, or comments. I appreciate you guys because we have officially hit over 1,000 downloads.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Over 1,000 downloads. So that's very exciting. It means that we're doing our thing. Shout out to whoever is over there in Africa.
Yeah.
Blowing up
from
our
the motherland
podcast. You guys have been going crazy on the downloads, crazy on the listening.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. If you want to reach out to any of our social media networks, it's kc.vibe podcast on Instagram, KC Vibe on Facebook, KC Vibe on YouTube. We got something stirring up in the pot. We're going to start doing live videos. So we're going to start doing videos to go with our podcast so you guys get to see all the crazy faces that Chad makes and all that during these podcasts. So that's something that's brewing up in the pot. That's something that's coming together that we are very excited about. If you want to reach out to me, the K of the KC, you can reach out at @thereal_knockout on Instagram. You can also reach me on TikTok. Don't be yawning while I'm talking. That's disrespectful.
It's a natural.
Am I boring you, sir?
No, I'm just
Am
yawning.
I boring you?
I worked today.
Am I boring you?
I'm tired.
If you want to reach me on TikTok, you can reach me at AO_KO and the number 2. That's AYO_KAYO and the number 2 on TikTok.
Yeah, if you want to reach your boy, man, reach me at @Mortimer86. That's at Mortimer86. You can catch that on TikTok and Instagram.
Yep, that's all for the people.
That's it. That's all I got.
Well, once again, we appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep listening, and we are going to keep posting.
Yes,
right?
Subscribe too.
Yeah. Subscribe, leave a review, do all that. Leave a review.
Leave a review. Golly, that dog education system. Boy,
All that. I know you ain't talking. All that. So, as usual, I'm the K.
And I'm the C.
And thanks for vibing with us, you guys.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.